Oh, what's going on, guys? This is Taryn, and we're doing a no mic here, or a no camera, and we're gonna just talk a little bit because I released a video talking about a bunch of shit that happened over the past week, and a bunch of information came out literally as I posted the video, so that's about par. Um, First up, Blizzard has released a little bit of confirmation here. The December 13th PvP changes, the season changeover and stuff, not going to be our patch release date. Which pretty much is going to go to where I've been talking that I'm about 100% sure at this point, like with this announcement, we're going to see 715 come out probably the week before Nighthold comes out. So we are looking at a calendar here, probably looking at a January 10th. We won't see if it's not the 17th. Like this is kind of the logic here. If it's not going to be out on the 13th, it's definitely not going to be out on the 20th because you're not about to release a big patch before the Christmas holiday. It's not going to be on the 27th because that's in the middle of Christmas holiday. And it's definitely not going to be the 3rd because you're not going to have everything set up in time to do that. So I would take a gamut here of, and then I'm going to even go on record. I'm kind of guessing that we're going to see a patch come out on January 10th, which gives them a lot of time for just some general testing, making sure some stuff works, make sure things don't die and melt when they release a patch, because that always happens. And I would guess that we're going to see the first bit of Nighthold drop on the 17th, which is kind of cool. But anyways, so just some thoughts on that, some notes, whatever. And the other thing to talk about is there was this wonderful forum post. And we're going to go ahead and pull it up right here. And they're talking about Warlocks specifically. Mr. Watcher came on. Our lead game designer has probably not very much to do with class design at this point in time. We agree with the number of core concerns raised, but we don't have any immediate solutions, or if these solutions will take more time to design, implement, and test than the 715 PTR cycle affords. A couple of examples off the top of my head. Now, keep in mind, these are just 2 examples off the top of his head that he could write down in this format. Steady, predictable Ember generation suited the destruction rotation well, and something important was lost when we unified to the single soul shard resource. But fixing that at this point isn't just simply re-rolling everything back to Embers. Mechanics like demonic empowerment and soul effigy are cumbersome to manage while they have strong specific theming. The actual gameplay that uses them drags down respective specs. Also known as 2 things that we have been talking about since almost this time last year. I could go in and do a bunch of research, figure out, hey, this is when the first wave of classes came out, when we found out Affliction's going to be dealing with this bullshit, and we've all been giving you this feedback for literally the past 11 months. We'll call it 11 months. This is December 1st when this video is coming out. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say about this. Like it's pretty blatant. There's 2 possibilities going on right now. There is a lot of feedback of people that are just doing like classic Stewie Griffin. I don't like change, and that is their entire argument. And if you're doing that, you're part of the reason at this point why there's a problem. People vomiting just things onto the internet of, oh, Warlocks, you hate Warlocks, obviously. You're doing this because you don't want the class to exist, blah, 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 blah. You're part of the problem at this point. So, take a moment. If this is you, take a moment, back away from the keyboard, and do something else for like 5 minutes before you post something stupid like that. So, that's number 1. Number 2, it just seems like they maybe just aren't paying attention, or they don't see the issues that a lot of people are. There are countless of people that are high up in the theory crafting community and things like that have been saying this stuff for months. I mean, literally 10 to 11 months now. The PTR or the alpha came up over Christmas break, if not earlier, and it's just, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know why it's taken them 11 months to realize this stuff. Affliction had one change over the entire PTR outside, or the entire alpha beta outside of Reap change. Or Reap change was literally the only change that happened. It was a great change, don't get me wrong. That we needed that. Because the old Reap Souls sucked. If you didn't play with it, just go watch some of my really early alpha videos. Reap made no sense back then. So that was an excellent change, but we've got all these other problems that have been compounding and things like that. So, what I really want to talk about now is what are we gonna do to what do we need to see to fix this? They've touched on Soul Effigy. They've touched on Demonic Empowerment is annoying. It's a maintenance buff. But it is not a static maintenance buff. I don't see Demonic Empowerment as much of a problem. There is some thought process that does go into when do I use this button to make myself deal full damage, which is good. That's not a bad mechanic in my opinion. It's a cumbersome mechanic the way it is. I think that they could do some things like allowing you to move while you're doing that to give you some flexibility in that. I think that would be a positive benefit. But talking about things like Embers, like there is literally no fix to Destro right now outside of either implementing, rolling them back to Embers, or making shard bits a thing for Destro. And having that statically, I don't know how you do that without just being like, yeah, you have Embers back. They're soul shards, but they function exactly like Embers. Oh, and here's a fifth one, we're sorry. That's about all I can think of that they can do. Soul Effigy needs to go. They need to do something to fix that. They need to do something literally along the lines of while you're draining on a target, you get bonus shard generation or something. I don't know. Something greater than whatever. I don't know. Like there's nothing that you can really do with Soul Effigy to replace it. They have dug that. Soul Effigy has dug Affliction into such a trench on your single target that the balance has just become a nightmare. So some of the other things that really need to get addressed. Number one is the severe lack of mobility on specifically Demo and Destro compared to every other ranged right now. I mean, you can't do shit. And then the lack of target swapping that you have on Demo and AF. It's just, I mean, you're seeing it in the number of people playing in Helia as Warlocks. You see 0 Demo, 0 Affliction. Obviously, there's no Affliction because no one plays Affliction at a high end, really, like a really high end right now outside of maybe 3 people. But no, it's just not good. So, here's to hopes. This is just kind of a small update because I suck. And here's hoping that they fix some stuff. So let me know if you got any comments. Love to hear it. I'm going to be trying to construct a nice, thorough, thought-out post about things that they can do now, and we'll see if they do anything, because they got holidays coming up in 2-3 weeks. So thanks for listening. Bye.